Hey everyone, it's finally time for my May plan with me. I'm actually going to be moving my daily planner into my spiritual and lunar bullet journal. So I'm super excited to actually show you some monthly and weekly layout. That way you can sort of meld your spiritual journaling practice into your everyday tasks and to-do lists and basically your daily planner and have it all together in one. I'm really excited to see if everything feels like it's a little more cohesive and helps me with my mental state and helps me feel a little calmer and a little less like crazy when I'm trying to run around and figure out what needs to be done in the 3 pillars of my life. It's sometimes overwhelming to keep on top of. So let's go ahead and get into this May spiritual and lunar bullet journal and this month daily planner plan with me.
So I realized in some of my old videos that I used to create the space for journaling, and I feel like I haven't been doing that this past couple of months, not only in these videos but also just in my real life. Like, I haven't been sitting down and making the time to make journaling a special thing. So today I just wanted to grab some tea and light a candle and sit down and plan out May with you. For this month's overview, I wanted to keep it really simple and really easy, so I'm just doing a little quick monthly overview with the moon phases instead of the dates in the calendar. At first I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for this month, and then I stumbled across baby's breath, and I started doodling it, and I realized how simple it is. So that's what our theme is this month, is baby's breath. Here are my letters to the universe. This is where I write out my thoughts and my frustrations and my gratitude. I also like to use this page as just a place to say thank you. For the baby's breath, I'm using a thin 005 pen. And I'm also using one of the green SuperTps colors, and the white that I'm using is actually whiteout. For the new moon this month, I wanted to try something a little different. So I drew this inspiration from a moon journal that I've seen on Pinterest a couple of times. I have new moon beginnings, to have, to do, and to be. Those are the prompts that I'll be using this month when I do my new moon lunar goal setting, which you will see coming up in the very next video. And now I'm just working on the doodles around the new moon. I've been doing doodles from the Petite Planner, and I really have been enjoying it. I'll go ahead and leave her link down below, and I'll link you to my personal Instagram, which is where I've been sharing those doodles. There's been a few floral ones, and when I was making the rose, I was definitely thinking about that doodle. The theme for the 5th new moon is reorient and renew, and I'll be working on my challenges, my goals, and how I'm going to accomplish these things when I do the 5th moon lunar goal setting video. And now I'm moving on to what turned out to be my absolute favorite spread of this entire month. I really think that the baby's breath turned out awesome on this, and this is actually where I have my circular lunar calendar that you've seen before in my bullet journal spreads. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that playlist down below. I'm actually turning this into a Dutch door. I've really been liking the Dutch doors these past couple of months. I did a really fun one 2 months ago. I think it was for the 3rd moon. The Dutch doors that I did was based on a fortune teller. teller. Remember those little cookie catcher fortune tellers that you used to have in grade school and you tell each other's future? It's totally what my Dutch door looked like, and I absolutely loved it. It's been my favorite so far. So now I'm working on my little tracker that I'll be able to see at each moon phase. Here I'm just working on the inside of the Dutch doors with each of the moon phases. There will be a different feeling-based intention prompt for each moon phase. And I do little mini videos over on Instagram of me journaling on each of those moon phases. So if you want to see how I actually fill this out, make sure you follow me over on Instagram so you don't miss those little videos. And on the back side of these Dutch doors, I have my 5th moon lunar review. And I think about what worked, what didn't, and what I can do better. I also have at the beginning of this section my intention for the entire lunar cycle, which I will determine through the previous spread, the new moon lunar goal setting spread that you saw on the previous page. And mid-month on the full moon, I always do a full moon check-in. I think about what I've succeeded in and what I can improve. That carries me through the rest of the lunar month and the rest of the moon phases, finally to the lunar review, which I do on the last crescent moon of each lunar month. And then for the rest of the last crescent moon phase, I just rest and reflect on what happened during the month. I wanted to have a few more journaling prompts this month, and on this spread I've got my ideal month, week, and day. And then on the opposite page, I have my focus for the month. I'm going to be focusing on Instagram, YouTube, some things that I want to learn, and then also I want to try a new thing. So that is my focus for the month of May. And on this spread, I'm actually doing a master to-do list for the whole month. First, I have my to-dos for this channel, and then I'll have a list of to-dos for my marketing business. And then on the other page, I've got a little section where it's going to be just my general brain dump, and it says ideas live here. And then at the very bottom, I have a small section for personal to-dos. The 3 pillars that I have in my life are Owls and Indigo, which is this channel, my marketing business, and then my personal life. So I have a to-do section for each of those pillars in my life. I really love how easy the baby's breath is to do. It's super easy to doodle, and most of these I just did on the fly, and I didn't even think about how I wanted to do them. I just sort of let them flow down onto the page. And now finally I'm going to be merging my daily planner with my lunar and spiritual bullet journal. So that is what you see here. I'm cutting out my Dutch doors for the month. I'm gonna have every single week this month on this spread. So each panel of the Dutch door will be a week. On the right side, I've got my goals, focus, and upcoming. And on the left, I've got a little section for my dailies. And these are tasks that I'm doing every single day that are repetitive, that I do no matter what, and I just need to check them off. I don't really need to add them to my to-do list. I just need to make sure that I'm tracking that I got them done each day. On the inside of these flaps, I'm keeping it super duper simple with a few lines for each of the days. Now I'm just drawing in some baby's breath behind the goals, focus, and upcoming sections. And for the last spread of the month, I have my Unravel Your Month. And this year, my words are flux and flow. If you'd like to know why I chose those words for the year or how I come up with that, let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to make a video about that. On the opposite page, I have some questions that I want to make sure that I reflect on at the end of the month. What I learned, how I challenged myself, and what I'm most grateful for. There's actually one more journal prompt that I want to make sure that I reflect on at the end of the month that I decided to add in after I got done filming.
Okay, so before we get into the final flip through, there's something really quick that I wanted to talk to you about. I decided to add in a spirituality question for the month. And the question for this month is, what does spirituality mean to you? For me, spirituality is all about connection to the inside and also connection to the outside. How am I connecting to my true self, or my inner child, or my soul, or my spirit? How do I connect that core and that inner self back out? If you'd like me to talk further about how this makes me feel connected to nature and to the world and to myself and to others, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you're doing to foster that spiritual connection for yourself, and I'd love to know what spirituality is to you. So let's go ahead and get into the final look of this journal. Okay, everyone, I can't wait to see what your answers are to what spirituality is to you. Is it similar to mine? Is it totally different? You can catch me over on Instagram. That's normally where I am the most. And another great place that you can connect with me is on my website. It's owlsandindigo.com. I really am so thankful that you chose to spend your time here with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!